Congratulations on your Maker Box for embroidery. In this tutorial, we're going to show you how you can take all the items that come in your Maker Box and turn them into these adorable embroidered tea towels. Let's see what's in the box. Inside your Maker Box, you'll find a CD with a collection of 39 embroidery designs and the free project instructions for this towel, a box of Madeira rayon thread, no-show mesh stabilizer, a helpful guide on how to transfer embroidery designs to a flash drive, your fabric for the towel and the accent band, a zipper pouch that includes all sorts of goodies, including your USB drive, thread, Class A needles, double curved embroidery scissors, Creative Notions comfort grips, and then last but not least, embroidery reference cards. Our first step is going to be to prepare the fabric for our towel. So from the towel fabric, we're going to open that up. We're going to cut a 1 yard piece, and this is a 2 yard piece, so you can simply cut on the folded edge with a scissors to cut that into half. And this gives you enough fabric for 2 towels. From the band fabric, we're going to go ahead and use a rotary cutter and cut a 4 1/4 inch strip. You could also mark this with a marking pen and cut with the scissors. And this gives you ample fabric for making bands on both of your towels. So to determine the length of our band fabric, we're going to first measure the edge of our towel, and we're going to add 1 additional inch. So you could either measure on it with a ruler or mat, or lay your fabric on top of the edge of the towel and add 1 additional inch. And then we're going to cut right here along that line. So we're going to need to do a little bit of sewing before we get to our embroidery. On the one edge of our towel, we're going to fold over the edge twice, about 1/2 inch, and then just simply pin that in place all along the edge. On the band side of the towel, we're going to take our piece that we cut earlier, we're going to lay the fabric with the wrong side of the towel facing up, and then the right side of our fabric facing down. And we want to make sure that we center this on the towel, leaving about 1/2 inch overlap on either edge of the towel. Then we're going to go ahead and pin that in place. All right, so now let's take this to the sewing machine. So once we've sewn the band fabric to the edge of our towel, we're going to press in along the edge of the band fabric, even with the edge of our towel, and then turn under the top edge of the band about 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch. Then press the entire band towards the right side of the towel, and then press it and pin in place. So now we need to just top stitch along the edges of the band. And to do that, we're going to switch to the blue thread included in the Maker Box. So now that our sewing's all done, let's get set up for embroidery. So now it's time for us to position our embroidery design. If you have embroidery software and want to print off templates, follow the instructions for how to place your designs with the templates. I'm going to show you a quick and easy way how to place your designs using a marking pen. I'm going to first measure my towel and find the center point and give myself a mark. Then I'm going to mark from the bottom of the towel up approximately 7 inches, and again give myself a mark. That should place my design about 1 inch to 1.5 inches above the band using my 5x7 embroidery hoop. And don't worry, the ink from these pens will press away after embroidery. So now we're ready to hoop our towel. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my towel, and I'm going to grab my hoop and my stabilizer. And you're going to notice that I attach that comfort grip to my hoop, my outer ring of my hoop. I'm going to go ahead and place my stabilizer underneath the marked area of my towel where my embroidery design is going to go. Then I'm going to place my hoop underneath the fabric as well. I'm going to line up my inner ring with the markings on my fabric, noting the notches on the inside of the hoop so that I can get my towel lined up as best as possible. Then I'm going to go ahead and attach my hoop and go ahead and tighten it a little bit so that my fabric is snug in the hoop. Now we're ready to go ahead and transfer the embroidery design to our USB stick. So to use these embroidery designs in our machine, we're first going to need to transfer these from the CD to our computer and then transfer them over to the USB drive. Included in your box were some handy instructions on how to do that. So now that we have the designs on our USB drive, we're ready to go to the machine. Call up your embroidery design on your machine. And I'm going to locate the Spice design by scrolling through the designs. Now rotate the designs so that they will fit. I'm going to go ahead and add to bring in the word spices again by finding the design on my USB. Rotate the design so that they're positioned for how your towel is hooped. And then I'm going to go ahead and move and lay out my design. And this should center my design on the center markings of my towel. And once you have your design laid out, we're going to place the hoop onto the machine. Make sure to rethread your machine using the rayon thread that came with your maker box, and also change out your needle to use the Class A embroidery needles included. Now we're ready to go ahead and run the machine. I'm just going to lower the foot and press Start Stop. When the machine stops, rethread your machine with the next color and then begin embroidering again. All right, so my embroidery is all finished. Let's take a look and see how our towel turned out. And one of the things you may notice is you may have some little jump threads or some extra threads that just didn't get caught. These handy scissors that come with the maker box are great for trimming away all those little excess threads. All right, and we'll remove it from the hoop and then we'll go give it a press and remove the stabilizer. Now your towel is done. Grab another design and complete your set. Thanks for watching, and make sure to share photos of your completed project and join our maker community.